Welcome back, lovely people. We're going to be making our own chili sauce today. I am going to be using two kinds of pepper, the paprika and the chili. The paprika is the bigger one and the chili is this small one. It comes out in this red and like usual green, but I'm using the red only today. It's really not so hot, and I'm just using this amount. You can decide to use whatever amount you wish. You can decide to switch it up and use more pepper. You can use habanero mix with the paprika with the chili. Any one you use is absolutely fine. I don't use a lot of chili. I don't like it so hot, and that's why I'm using less of the slimmer ones, because paprika is usually not so hot. So I'm using more of the paprika, 70%, and then less of the chili, the tiny ones. So what I'm just going to do is to prepare it for processing. I'm going to be using it in my chopper or like a food processor. This is a mini processor. You can use your normal food processor for this. And please, anytime you're like blending it, I wanted to show this step from the beginning so that you know that you're not adding water. As much as possible, try to do a mix or a pepper mix that does not involve water. So in this case, I would advise you not to use your blender, because most blenders might require you using water. But for this kind of like processor or chopper, you don't really need to use water. It's to chop it well in a rough blend, not so fine. And I like the fact that it's going to chop it in a rough blend as well without adding water. So that's why I wanted to show this step, to show you that you don't need water at all. It's going to be better for you that way. So after I had done that, the next thing is I added a cup of sugar and a cup of water, and I'm just going to mix this until when all my sugar dissolves slightly into the pan. Please make sure you're doing this on low to medium heat so that it doesn't start to like caramelize. You want sugar and water, but you don't want it to turn to candy. And guys, you can see the difference. My sugar has dissolved, but I'm still taking it a little bit further. If you can see, it's not bubbling too much. It's still on like medium heat, and I'm just still mixing it to be sure that everything is well infused before I start adding my other ingredients. I'll be adding 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. Sorry about that. 3 tablespoons of oyster sauce. The oyster sauce was not coming out at this point, but I wanted to show you that I used 3 tablespoons, and I'm going to be using 3 tablespoons. So I added 2 tablespoons and a little bit from the bottle. This is when the work starts. You want to make sure you are dissolving everything into your water properly, so that you don't have one side filled with the sauce, like the oyster sauce. It's going to be too salty if everything does not mix well. It might mix later on, but I just like I am someone that I like to do everything from the beginning. I want to be sure that my sauce is perfect or almost perfect from the beginning. So I kept on mixing and mixing and mixing and mixing to be sure that everything was well fused before I now decided to add my blended peppers. So you can see the blend of the pepper. It's not too like smooth. It depends on you. If you want it smoother than this, you can take it further. If you don't want it to be so smooth and it's okay for you, if this texture is okay for you, it's okay. Whatever it is, whatever is fine for you. And guys, I also add my seeds. Some people remove their seeds, but I like to add my seeds because I like it that way. Like I said, it's not too hot and it's not bitter, so I usually leave the seeds in there. Please note that paprika is different from bell peppers. I use paprika, not bell peppers. So I left it and it boiled for like 2 minutes or to 5 minutes before it reduced, and I added my corn slurry. My corn slurry consists of corn flour, which I mixed in like half cup of water before I added it to my mix. This is just to make it like more moist and a little bit thick, and just allow it simmer for another 2 minutes before you take it off the stove. Can you see it's ready? Oh my goodness. I love making my own chili sauce myself. I used to buy, but now I make it myself. And you can use it for anything. You can use it as a dip for sauces. I use it in my food, in my porridge, even when I'm making beans, if I'm making rice and I just want like an extra thing, I usually like add 1 or 2 teaspoons or tablespoons. It just takes your cooking further, and you can keep it in your fridge for another 3 months. I usually make it like this and it stays in my fridge for a long time. That is if it doesn't finish before then. I hope you enjoyed my video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you come back to see more recipes. Thank you so much, guys. Bye.